The third season of the award-winning podcast, My Life of Crime, is now available to download or stream. Each episode, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty takes a deep dive into real criminal investigations. Here's a clip from the season 3 premiere.
Garcia says the night ended a little after 1 a.m. when Christy walked him to his car in the parking lot. If she disappeared after that, he says, she must have gone off with someone else.
But wouldn't that be seen on camera?
Well, they don't see that she got in my car, do they? They don't see where she went, correct?
It's true. The surveillance cameras don't capture Garcia's parked car, and they don't reveal whether Christy got inside it. All we know is that some 3 minutes and 41 seconds later, Garcia's car does appear on the cameras, and it looks as though he's the only one inside. So what did happen to Christy? Her car is found in that same lot, so she didn't drive away. Did she run into somebody else?
Erin joins me now, and thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's really fun talking about this and 48 Hours. It is my life of crime, no question about it.
And what can we expect in this, the third season?
Well, I think the best way to describe it is conversation with killers. I didn't realize when I was really picking the cases for this season how often I do talk to accused killers and how interesting those conversations are. What I think makes this podcast different from others is the fact that a lot of people talk about cases. We don't just talk about cases. We talk to the people involved in the cases, including the accused killer.
That was so interesting. I was listening to it all my walk home yesterday, and yeah, to hear his voice, the accused killer, and you chatting and not being sure. And I don't want to give anything away because it was just so compelling. I do want to, I started binging your podcast, and I have to say,
I love hearing that. I do love hearing that.
You have such a range, and since it was Halloween time, I had to listen to the Lizzie Borden, the 3 episodes on Lizzie Borden, and you actually spent the night in the room.
I did, and I was so disappointed that I didn't see her. I have to admit, I was wearing.
I did,
and one time it was really cold in the room, and another time warm. I don't know whether that was psychological. And I did wear running clothes just in case I had to take a quick exit. But yeah, that's the fun part about doing a podcast. I love talking about the cases, but I can't show you the crime scene. I can only describe it. So what's great is that if somebody prefers to see the case, they can watch 48 Hours on Saturday. I have one coming up this Saturday, or they can listen to the podcast on Wednesdays. I have a new episode every Wednesday.
Erin, all the time, right?
Yes. Yeah, I like it that way.
Now, your work has been so important, not just in solving things, but also, if somebody is in prison and doesn't deserve to be there for as long as they have been there. What does it feel like to work on these cases?
Well, particularly, I'm working on one right now. His name is Bobby Bostic, and I had heard about this case back in 2019. I did a story on him then. And he had gone on a crime spree when he was 16. The judge who sentenced him thought he was a lost cause, and so she sentenced him consecutively, 18 counts, which added up to 241 years. When I did the story, the first time I talked to him, he did not have a chance of getting out on parole. But the judge regretted it because he's changed his life so much since. And here's the most amazing part, and I will do a podcast on this as well, and a CBS morning piece on it. Next week, he gets out on parole after 27 years in prison, and he is definitely a changed man. He is so interesting to talk to, and the judge and Bobby Bostic will see each other on the outside for the first time next week.
Is he angry?
No, no, he realizes he deserved it. He changed his life, but of course he was worried that he would never get out. But here's what's impressive with this young man, not so young anymore, he's 43. But he became educated, he wrote books, not thinking that he'd ever get out. He did it only to change his life with them. And so the fact that he's getting out is a plus for him, but he changed his life thinking he'd never get out, but that he did not want to be that same person in prison.
Now, I just have to ask, you have been covering crime for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And such, very graphic things very often. Do you take that home with you, and how do you shake it off and kind of get back into I mean, we actually run into each other on the street, so I know you live a normal life.
All the time.
But I mean, that has to be hard.
Actually, I do take it home, and sometimes it does wear on you. And I think the way that I have dealt with it is that I focus on the brave people, the heroes in it, the detectives that solve the case and stick with the case, or the episode that's going on right now, the detectives that found Christy Wilson and brought her home to her parents, not because they had to, but because they wanted to do it for the victims. The Bobby Bostic, the people who have changed their lives, the wrongfully convicted that you can watch walk out. That is what stays with me, not the horrific details of some of these crimes that are really, you do take them home.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this for so long and helping so many people. It's so great to see you.
It's great seeing you, Cindy.
All right. First episode of the new season of My Life of Crime is available to download or stream on multiple platforms, including Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and many more. The next episode comes out tomorrow. We'll be right back.